हेलो एवरीवन। तो शुरू करते हैं आज की हमारी बहुत शानदार जानदार वीडियो के साथ में। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि हम लोग क्लास 12 के प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व कर रहे हैं। ये हमारी इसकी पहली वीडियो है और ये एक सीरीज होने वाली है जिसमें हम पीछे के 10 साल के क्वेश्चन उसको पेपर को यहाँ पर सॉल्व करेंगे, जिससे कि आपको आगे आने वाले पेपर के अपने एग्जाम के लिए एक पैटर्न क्लियर हो जाए, क्वेश्चंस किस प्रकार के आते हैं ये क्लियर हो जाए और साथ ही आपका स्कोर बहुत अच्छा आए। तो शुरू करते हैं लास्ट ईयर के हमारे एक सेट के साथ में, जिसके क्वेश्चंस को मैंने यहां पर लिख रखा है। इन्हीं क्वेश्चंस को हम सॉल्व करते जाएंगे और सॉल्व करने के साथ में एक्सप्लेन करते जाएंगे। अगर आपको कोई भी चैप्टर मैथ का क्लास 10th का समझ में नहीं आया है या आपने अभी तक वो नहीं पढ़ा है या आपको पढ़ने की इच्छा है तो आप मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में बता सकते हैं कि सर ये चैप्टर आप मुझको दोबारा पढ़ा दीजिए। मैं उसकी एक अलग से वीडियो बना करके यूट्यूब पर डाल दूंगा। तो शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी देरी के आज का हमारा ये सेट, जिसका पहला क्वेश्चन आपके बोर्ड पर है। क्वेश्चन है द एफसीएफ ऑफ द टू नंबर इज ए एंड बी इज 5 एंड देयर एलसीएम 200, देन द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ ए एंड बी इज। देखो बेटा, एक बहुत पुराना और बहुत छोटा सा लेकिन बड़ा काम का फॉर्मूला है कि प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द टू नंबर्स इज इक्वल टू एलसीएम ऑफ दैट नंबर्स इनटू एचसीएफ ऑफ दैट नंबर्स। कि दो नंबर्स का जो प्रोडक्ट होता है वो उन्हीं नंबर्स के एचसीएफ और उन्हीं नंबर के एलसीएम के प्रोडक्ट के बराबर होता है। वो दो नंबर क्या है बेटे? वो दो नंबर ही तो निकालने हैं, उन दो नंबरों का प्रोडक्ट ही निकालना है। एलसीएम कितना दिया है भाई? एलसीएम दिया है 200 और एचसीएफ दिया है 5। तो इन दोनों का मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे, 1000 आंसर आ जाएगा। देन इट इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द नंबर्स। तो द आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी। Let's go to the second question. Second question is that the number 4 root 3 is integer, rational, irrational or none of these. So as you all know that the answer is irrational number, option number C. Let's go to the our third question. Third question, please come. The question number third is that if LCM of 20 and 25 is 100, then the value of HCF will be. As you know, the product of the numbers is equal to the product of their HCF and the product of their LCM. And the given is, if the LCM of 20 and 25 means both the numbers are given 20 and 25, HCF will be, you have to find the HCF and the LCM is 100. Now, HCF is equal to 20 by 25 upon 100. You have to reduce the 100 by the 25, then the answer is 4. 4 5s are 20. So the answer is 5. Option number D. Let's go to the our question number 4. The question number 4 is, if 1 upon, wait. Question number 4. If 1 upon x square plus 6 is equal to 1 upon 10, then the value of x will be. Very hard question, very hard. Oh my god. Cross multiply. X square plus 6 is equal to 10. X square transpose 6. X square is equal to, subtract 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. So x is equal to under root 4. So the answer is plus minus 2. Option number B. Let's go to the our question number 5th. Question number 5th is, if the roots of the equation 2x square minus 8x plus 6 is plus c is equal to 0 are equal, then the value of c will be. If the roots are equal, then the value of the discriminant becomes 0. Means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. If the roots of our equation are equal, then the discriminant will be 0. You have to compare our given equation by the general equation. The general equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. On comparing, we find a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 8 and c is equal to 2. Now comparing with the general equation, we find a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 8 and c is equal to c. The value of b is minus a to the whole square minus 4 into value of a is 2 and value of c is c. You have to find the value of c. Minus 8 square is equal to 64 minus 4 to the 8, c is equal to 0. On transposing 8c we get 64 is equal to 8c. So c is equal to 64 upon 8, so the value is 8. Option number D. Let's go to the question number 6. And the question number 6 is, if 2 is a 0 of the polynomial x square minus 3x plus 5, then the value of a will be. You have to know that if there is a 0 and the value of 0 is x is equal to 2, then x is equal to 2 is satisfying the given equation if it is a 0. So you have to put the value of x is equal to 2 on the given equation. So 2 is 2 whole square 2 minus 3 into 2 plus 5a is equal to 0. 2 का square 4 minus 3 to just 6 plus 5a is equal to 0. Here you get minus 2 plus 5a is equal to 0. 5a is equal to 2. On transposing, a is equal to 2 upon 5. Now the option number C. Let's go to the question number 7. Question number 7, the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6r. X square minus 5x plus 6r. You have to factor that equation. So 5 and 6 means 3 and 2. So x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. The common between first two term is x. So x minus 3 minus 2, again x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now there is two terms and the common is x minus 3, then you get x minus 2 is equal to 0. Means x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 2. So the two zeros are 3 and 2. Option number D. Now let's go to the question number 8. In which quadrant will the point minus 5 comma 6 lie? You know very well that on the Cartesian coordinate, this is x-axis, x dash, y-axis and y dash. This is positive, negative, positive, negative. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. The value in the first quadrant is positive comma positive, negative comma positive, negative comma negative and positive comma negative. Our points is minus 5 comma 6 means negative comma positive, which lie in the second quadrant. Option number B is right. Let's go to the question number 9. If the radius of a circle is A and an arc of a circle subtended angle theta at the center, then the length of the arc will be. The formula is length of the arc is equal to theta upon 360 into 2 pi a. Why a? Because the radius is a. Then the option number B is correct. 2 pi a into theta by 360. Question number 10. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Question number 10. Listen carefully. If triangle ABC and triangle DEF are two similar triangles, we have two similar triangles and the triangles are A, B, C and D, E, F. Both are similar triangle. Such that angle A is equal to 45. The value of angle is 45 and the value of angle E is 56 degree. Then angle C is equal to, you have to find the value of angle C. Let the angle C is x degree. Because both the triangles are similar, then their angles are also equal. So the value of angle B is equal to angle E. Why? Because both the angles are triangle. That's why angle A is equal to angle D. Angle B is equal to angle E. and angle C is equal to angle F. Now, because the value of angle E is 56, that's why the angle of value of B is also 56. And you know that the all the sum of the interior angles of a triangle will be 180 degree, means x degree plus 101 degree is equal to 180 degree. On transposing 101, 180 minus 101 means 79 degree. Option number D. Our next question is question number 11. Triangle, triangle, triangle. But this is not triangle. This is trigonometry. Trigonometry, trigonometry, trigonometry. Trigonometry, trigonometry, trigonometry. Cos A is equal to 5 upon 13. And you have to find the value of 10A. Okay, let's start. My students knows about the triplets of the trigonometry, and the triplets 5, 12, 13 will be used here. But if you don't know about the triplet, then go with the concept. The concept is ABC. Let there is a right angle triangle in which angle A is base upon hypotenuse, means the value of AB is 5 and the value of AC is 13. This is P. By using Pythagoras theorem, you can say that h square is equal to P square plus B square. Now, h square, 13 square is equal to P square. P, where are you? P square plus B, 5 square. 13 square 169, P square plus 5 square 25. On transposing 25, we get P square is equal to 169 minus 25, means P square is equal to 144. P is equal to 12. Then you have the value of perpendicular is equal to 12, base is equal to 5, and the hypotenuse will be 13. Now 10A, and you know very well that 10A is equal to perpendicular upon base. The value of perpendicular is 12 and the value of base is 5, means option number A will be right. Let's go with our question number 12. Okay, once again trigonometry. If cos theta is equal to 1, then the value of tan theta will be, okay, cos theta, you know, cos theta will be 1 at the angle of 0 degree, means cos theta is equal to cos 0 degree. On comparing, we get theta is equal to 0 degree. So put the value here, tan 0 degree will be also 0. So the answer number is B. Question number 13. The value of 2 tan 30 upon 1 plus tan square 30 will be, you know, the value of tan 30 is 1 upon under root 3. Let's go. 2 into 1 upon root 3 upon 1 plus 1 upon root 3 whole square. 2 upon root 3, 1 plus 1 upon root 3 square 3, 2 upon root 3. On adding 1 with 1 upon 3, we get 3 1s are 3, 3 or 1 4, 4 upon 3. 4 upon 3 on multiplying 2 comma 3, 4 root 3, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, means 3 upon 2 root 3. This is not in our answer, means we have to rationalize. On rationalizing, we multiply by root 3 in numerator and denominator, then we get 3 root 3 upon 2 by 3, means 6. 3 cut, root 3 upon 2. So the final answer is under root 3 upon 2. Let's go with our next question. Question number 14. If tan alpha is equal to sin alpha, then the value of alpha will be, okay, very simple and also attractive. Tan alpha is equal to sin alpha, means there is a degree in which the value of tan and value of sin will be same. And you know that the value will be 0 degree. Why? because tan 0 degree means 0 and sin 0 degree means 0, means 0 degree is a particular angle at which the value of tan and sin will be same. So the answer is option number D. Let's go with our question number 15, and the question number 15 will be, if a sector of a circle with radius 6 centimeter subtended an angle of 60 degree at the center, then area of the sector will be. The formula for the area of sector is equal to theta upon 360 into pi r square. Theta, where are you? 60 degree upon 360 into pi into r, where are you? 6 centimeter, 6 by 6. You have to notice that all the answers in the options are with the pi, means you don't have to put the value of pi. 16 1 ja 16 or 16 6 ja 360, 6 6. So the answer is 6 pi, means option number B. Let's go with the question number 16. Question number 16 is that if two cubes of a side a centimeter are joined end to end, then the surface area of the formed solid will be. Listen carefully. Give me a minute. Look at that. It is our, sorry, we have to draw a cube, not cuboid, because we have two cubes and the sides is a, means length a, height a, and breadth is also a, because it is a cube, and you have to join one more cube with this. So the height and breadth don't change, it will be same as a, but the length will be 2a, means length becomes 2a, breadth will be same as a, and height is also same as a, and you have to find the surface area of the formed solid will be. Surface area means total surface area. Total surface area. If there will be curved surface area, then it is mentioned here. So the formula of the total surface area will be 2 bracket LB plus BH plus HL. Put the value of LB and H. The value of L will be 2A into A plus A into A plus A into 2A. 2A square plus A square plus 2A square means 2 2 4 or 1 5. 2 into 5A square means 10A square. So the answer is option number C. Let's go with the question number 17. The mean of the following table will be. Danger, 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 because there is not options here. Okay, let's go. Firstly, we are going to solve this question, and the options are not there. Okay. The class interval will be 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and 30 to 40. You know that it is our class interval. Then class mark will be upper limit plus lower limit upon 2. Lower limit plus upper limit upon 2 means 0 plus 10, 10 upon 2 means 5. 20 plus 10, 30, 13 upon 2, 15. 30 plus 20, 50, 50 upon 2, 25. 40 plus 30, 70, and 70 upon 2, 35. And the frequencies are 4, 0, 4, 7. And you have to find the mean. For the mean, you have to find the xi into fi. This is fi and this is xi. On multiplying xi with the fi, 5 4 ja 20, 15 into 0 0, 25 4 ja 100, or 35 7 ja. So 7 3 are 210 and 5 7 35, मतलब कि 245 maybe. 7 5 are 35, 7 100. Good. Now the formula of mean. Mean is equal to summation of xi into fi upon summation of fi. adding fi we get 4 4 8 and 8 and 7, 8 and 7 15, and here 245 100 345 and 345 and 20 365, 365 upon 15, 5 3 जा 15, 5 7 जा 35 and 5 3 जा 15, 73 upon 3. Because there is not answer, then it is our final answer. Now next question number 18. The median class of the following table will be. In this question you have to find the, you don't have to find the median, you have to find only median class. Interval will be 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20 and 20 to 25. And the frequencies 4, 6, 10, 4, 5. You have to find the cumulative frequency. On finding cumulative frequency, firstly you have to write in 4 and now add the number in the cross of the numbers. Means 4 with the 6, 10, 10 with the 10, 20, 20 with the 4, 24 and 24 with the 5, 29. If the last term is odd, then the option for the median class is n plus 1 upon 2. Sorry, formula for the median class is, the value of n will be 29 plus 1 upon 2 means 30 upon 2 means 15. And where the 15 belong? Look at the that 4, 15 is not belonging, 10, 15 is not belonging, but on the 20, 15 is belonging. That's why this is our median class. So the answer is 10 to 15, option number A. Question number 19. The probability of 53 Sunday in a leap year will be. Listen and pay attention for this question. There is two type of years, normal year and leap year. In the normal year you have 365 days and in the leap year you have 366 days. 365 days on breaking you got 52 weeks and 1 day, and on 366 you got 52 weeks with the 2 days. And there the question is about the leap year. That's why we are preferring this side. 52 weeks. 52 weeks. 52 weeks means there are 52 Sunday, 52 Monday, 52 Tuesday, 52 Wednesday, 52 Thursday, 52 Friday and 52 Sunday. But we want 53 Sundays, means the rest Sundays are there in 2 days. And the possibilities of 2 days are Sunday with Monday, because these are consecutive, Monday with Tuesday, Tuesday with Wednesday, Wednesday with Thursday, Thursday with Friday, Friday with Saturday, and Saturday with Sunday. Means there is 7 possibilities, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and your favorable condition is in first condition and the last. Means there is 2 possibilities of getting 53 Sundays out of 7. So the probability is 2 by 7. Our last question, question number 20. Question number 20 is, if an event occurs surely, then its probability will be. If any event occurs surely, then its probability will be always 1. Understand? 1 means 100%. All the best for your next video. Wait till next video, because in the next video we got some more interesting questions of previous year and discussing here. If there is any problem in understanding any question regarding this video, then there is an option that you can comment in my comment box.